JR is the best producer. What's up? Welcome back to another Life with G podcast live. It's Thirsty Thursday. I got my wine in a mug because we getting it popping tonight. It's girls' night. And it's happy birthday me. I'm a Leo, so I gotta talk about myself. It's your girl G, the Puerto Rican podcast princess, your favorite baby mama in the building. And we always started off with Miss Shelly Shell.
What's up, y'all? It's Shelly Shell, your favorite podcast vixen, the one bringing you a fresh perspective. All you have to do is listen.
Ow, ow. And we have a special guest. We have two special guests tonight for Girls Night. They have been on Live with G podcast before. Welcome, Bria is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys.
It's Bria. And her lovely wife, Shay, is in the building with us as well.
Hello.
Hi. I'm so excited. I don't know. I can't remember when we did our live with you guys, or actually it wasn't live, it was one of the pre-records, but it's been a minute, so I'm definitely happy to have you guys back on. Welcome in. Welcome to the live chat. Robert, always first one in. Welcome. He said, let's go early, gang. Ramses, I don't appreciate the comment. You know, we got to be a little extra late. It wasn't our fault, though. It really wasn't our fault. All right. But I do welcome in everybody who's in the chat. Be sure to tap into the live chat and talk with us tonight. I'm feeling good. It's my birthday live. Are you guys excited?
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. And shouts out to Bria and Shay because they agreed to this hella last minute. So I appreciate you guys for sure. I am excited about tonight's topic because it's going to be girl talk about other women. We're going to try not to bash the men as best as we can, but we're going to have a lot of different perspectives on tonight's live. So I want to talk about it. First and foremost, have any of y'all in the chats who are watching the live and y'all on the podcast, have any of you guys noticed this trend on social media where women are now banding together to tell on men who are cheating? Catching them on TikTok and stuff. Have y'all seen this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sisters unite.
Sisters unite. Do you guys see it as something that's positive or negative? Like when you first realize that it's happening?
I just see it as hilarity.
I mean, and all of the girls coming together and they're like little FBI agents.
They are. And I feel like women by themselves are such good investigators because we're so fucking nosy. We're just good like that. So to have multiple women with a same goal, and like it's like they jump on each dude that gets posted in one of these channels or on a video. I do have to ask, is there like an LGBTQ equivalent to this? Because it seems the ones I follow at least are heterosexual based.
I mean, I haven't seen anything. But most of the time, like at least within the community, it's a pretty smaller community. So I feel like somebody knows someone somewhere along the lines for the most part.
So it's getting passed around still somehow.
Yeah, something like that. But I haven't seen any like TikToks or any social media about it. I mean, I'm sure it happens, just probably not on the level that hetero relationships.
Yeah. It's almost an epidemic, and I feel sorry for the fellas a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. We do have one of the videos of an example of this. JR, oh, I'm not supposed to talk about him. Producer, can we pull up that video so we can do a reaction and tap in with the chat to see what they think of this?
The great Oz behind the wall.
Right. For real, I'm excited to watch this. Yep, let's play it.
Did y'all see this story? Our good sis Caroline just saved a life. She was taking a flight 2140 in fact, on United Airlines. Before they even boarded the plane, she sees this man here in the green. He's at the bar, he's drinking, and he runs into this lady named Katie. Well, him and Katie hit it off at the bar. He even convinces Katie to switch her seat. The entire flight, they're drinking, giggling, and our good sis Caroline posts a video. And Caroline gave us angles, y'all. You know, just in case the wife really needed some good evidence, she was close enough that she could hear it. He talked about how his 8-year-old daughter had a dance performance at a big sporting event. I mean, Caroline just called him up. But what truly amazes me is the TikTok Women's Facebook Bureau. Not only did they find out this man's real name, they tracked the flight using United Airlines flight tracker. Find out that they got off the plane at 12:02. They found the Facebook. They found his job. All this, and the plane hadn't even landed yet. That man didn't have a chance. I hope his night with Katie was great, because his wife knows by now. To all y'all cheaters out there. Cheaters, the show may not be coming, but there's a good sis Caroline out there recording. Did you?
Good sis
Oh
Caroline.
my goodness. She said, good sis Caroline, for real. Oh my God. I have to ask you, Bria, after watching that, have you seen that before? Have you already seen that circulate?
Actually have seen it circulate. My For You page gets a little interesting sometimes,
Mm,
but yeah, I saw that. Not gonna lie, I laughed my ass off watching it. The
yeah.
first, I was like,
Yeah.
that man is ridiculous.
He's ridiculous. I think she had put in the caption, like, I was acting like something was in my eye because I couldn't tell. Like, I wanted to make sure it wasn't obvious because that's also awkward, get caught recording a complete stranger. My thing is, like, let me ask Shay. Shay, what do you think about the fact that she was so tapped into a complete stranger's conversation that she would even think to grab her camera for this shit?
That is, yeah, no, I would be so like drawn into like if I was being nosy, wouldn't think to grab my camera. It would be like just trying to like listen and not listen. And I'm also
Mm-hmm.
like really bad at like videotaping things. So like I'm that
Mm-hmm.
obvious person that I'm like, oh, let me videotape this. I can't like side do it. So
Right.
I don't know
Right.
how she got away with them not knowing unless they were so
I
just like
Right, and I would have been scared shitless to record. Shelly, if you were in good old Miss Caroline's situation, if you were in her position and you happen to be paying attention and peep that this is going on, what's your reaction? Are you gonna grab that camera and catch up, Mister whatever his name was?
No, I'm a mind my business.
Oh, that's
I'm a
interesting. That's interesting because when we look at these pages and stuff, there's a whole, I mean, it's like the girls are like, ooh, the girls are girling. It's like women being for women, empowering other women and calling these men out. But you're saying that if you heard a situation like that, even though you could help somebody, you still gonna mind your business.
absolutely two reasons. One, you don't know the full situation. There are couples out there that have passes literally when they are out of town. Two,
Okay.
you don't know what the outcome is going to be. So you're sticking your nose in other people's business, making it public and making it publicer. And then the next
Mm.
thing you know, you could have destroyed somebody's home that they could have worked out within themselves. Now, my home girl, that's a different story. But to sit there and blast it, that's why I have a problem with it.
I'm okay. I'm glad you brought that up. Bria, say you know I'm talking to a dude and it's
Mm-hmm.
G. You love me and you gonna ride for me. If you happen to see my dude with another female out, what's your first reaction to that?
Oh hell no.
Oh hell no.
Oh
Are you gonna
hell no.
record him? Are you gonna like
I'm gonna FaceTime you. be like,
mm,
be like, gee, you need to see this shit.
yep. Hell
But
yeah. FaceTime's
but like
good. That's a good one.
but like what Shell said, you're my friend. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna have your back constantly, no matter what. And
Yeah.
so, like that situation, like if it had something to do with you, or if it had something to do with any of my other friends, I would be like, oh yeah, oh hell no, like I'm gonna tell them about it. But
Hmm.
I can see Shell's point with the not sticking your nose in other people's business because you really don't know what other people have going on at home. So you don't know
Hmm.
what kind of agreements they have with their significant others, whether you agree with those agreements or not. Like that's still it. But if it came down to my
Yeah.
friends, I'd be like, oh no, absolutely not. I'm telling them.
Absolutely gotta do it. Gotta do it. Would you
Yeah.
feel so inclined to do that, Shay, if it was for a stranger? Like someone maybe, you know of, like, so not a complete stranger, you know of them, but you're not close like that. Like, it's not somebody you would talk to, but you recognize that this is potentially a situation going on. Would you feel comfortable in that situation to let somebody know? Or is it kind of like, unless you're not close, I'm not doing it?
I feel like if we like were acquaintances and like I knew of their situation and I knew kind of not necessarily like the gritty details that I may be like, hey, this is going on. If I have like an inkling, like a this might be, then maybe not, because I don't want
Yeah.
to like start something that's not necessarily happening and then I'm the problem. Um,
Mm.
so I think that would be kind of like a it depends. Like if they're full on like obviously doing things they shouldn't do, then yeah. But if it's like they're just talking and they seem a little flirty, then is it
Hmm.
my place to create turmoil?
Yeah. No, I get that. The one thing that really sticks out to me with these videos is like such the breach of privacy. It's like what's the guy that robs from the rich people to like give back to the poor? What's his name?
Robin
Oh my
Robin
Hood.
god.
Hood.
There you go. I took an edible, y'all. So Robin Hood. It's almost like the female version of Robin Hood of like finding your dude cheating. Now you're giving this information, but there's definitely like a negative adverse effect. Shelly, have you ever had it go left? Like you went to go tell somebody like, "Hey, I done seen such and such with so and so, and I know that don't go," and then they get mad at you for it.
Luckily, no. Um,
Mm.
I've been blessed enough, and I'm saying this liberally, knock on some wood, because if I catch a man, I'm gonna get him on sight. G. I'm just telling you that now. Um,
Oh, see, that's that's
I've
what I
been
like to
blessed
hear.
enough to not encounter that situation. So this is all
Mm-hmm.
hypothetical. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't even know how I would preference that with somebody though. If I caught your man cheating, I don't even know how I would begin to approach you with it because I would be so fearful that, and not you, we're talking in general. I'm going to generalize this. Some people
Mm-hmm.
get catty with it, okay? Oh, you just want
Mm-hmm.
my man. And I'm like, no, I'm really trying to help you out. I'm still going to ride with you. You want the cheater? I'm with you with the cheater, and I'll wipe your tears when he break your little
She said,
heart.
"You want the cheater? All right, then. Get what you asked for." Damn,
Yeah.
Shelly. It be like that sometimes. It really does. Well, what about Bria, Shay? Either one of you, have you had a negative reaction to giving this heads up to somebody before?
Not me. I mean, I've like Shelly, I've been blessed to not really like have that type of situation happen to me before.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
now I don't know. I don't know what any of my friends would do if I tried to have that type of conversation. Like, because I feel like nobody would be
Mm.
me for having that type of conversation with them. But
Hmm.
you also don't know when people get in their feelings about stuff. You don't know how they're going to react either.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. I think about like the embarrassment factor. I can
Mhm.
remember being told and like the girl telling me being like, "Oh my gosh, thank you for being so cool about me telling you," type shit. And I'm like, "Well, I can't go at you. I'm just in shock right now. Like I'm just processing this shit." But there is an aspect of like, should I trust you, and anger, a lot of very like heavy emotions when it comes to that confrontation. In my older age, I've not ever really done that. No, I don't think I have. But when I was younger, like high school, I definitely tattled, and I was so fearful of her reaction that I made a fake Facebook page and I messaged her on some, "Hey, I can't tell you who I am, but like you just need to know, girl." And oh my God, somehow they found out it was me. And oh, they hated me for it. The girlfriend got mad. The boyfriend got mad. My boyfriend at the time, because he's the one who told me, got mad. Everybody was mad at me. And I'm like, damn, but y'all the one cheating. And they stayed together. And after that experience, I was like, I ain't gonna tell no, like unless it's somebody super close, I'm not even gonna waste my breath.
Hey,
She
That
G,
probably
actually,
gonna take him back anyways.
that
G, was
actually
that
brings
the
up
first
a
time you
point.
catfished somebody?
Was that the first time I catfished somebody? Hell yeah, actually. Holy shit, yes. It was for a good cause. I do want to tap into the comments really quickly. How to Human Properly was good. Welcome to Girls Night, motherfucker. He said, "What up? What up, though?" I'm curious to the fellas who are watching, since we don't have any guys on screen right now. I'm curious to know how you guys would feel if you were ever caught, whether you're innocent or guilty, and you realize you're posted all over TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the whole thing. Like, how are y'all feeling? Would you be mad at your girl for finding that shit out? Or like, I mean, I don't even, how do you get out of that? Because there's no way getting, you can't deny it. It's right there in 4K, motherfucker. And you
That's
be like,
not
who
me.
the fuck is that? And they're gonna be like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. That's Photoshop. No, sir. That's not no fucking Photoshop.
Hey, now
JR
with
said,
AI.
deny, deny.
Hey, now with AI, they plausible deniability at this point.
I always wondered about that because I have had so many females that I know be like, oh, maybe someone's just trying to get him. But it's like, who's really gonna go through that much trouble to
Who?
get your man, to get you to
Who?
believe that they're cheating? Unless you're like somebody of high status. If you just some regular Joe Schmo down the street and you try to tell me that some random bibbity bop, shout out JR for the term, some random biddy is over here AIing you up, like, baby, you want him that bad, you can have him. Like, I don't,
But you
uh-uh.
can't. But see, but G, that's just it. You can't say who would do that, just because you may see her as a bibbidi bop, and he just be a regular Joe Schmo. That may be her Prince Charming, and here you is, the beautiful Latina that came in and sweeped them. So now I gotta break y'all up. Let me. I love women. I love all aspects of women, but we're devious. When we want something, we gonna try to
That's
make it happen.
crazy. That's crazy. My mind goes to, what are you doing that's making her that delulu right now? That's where my mind goes to.
Absolutely nothing. Sometimes women are just crazy because
I
we're
don't believe
crazy.
it. I don't believe it. Bria, if you were to see, like, if you were dating somebody back when you were out here in these dating streets, if you were dating somebody, and again, this is just regular, not that she's not, the shit, but she's just regular person, everyday person. And she's trying to convince you that somebody's posting her on one of these pages via Photoshop or AI. Are you going to believe her? Or are you going to be like, nah, bitch, I'm good?
Probably gonna be like, nah, bitch, I'm good.
Like, that's my thing. Unless you like a Chris Brown or somebody that I feel like, okay, they really gonna be out here just making shit up with you. Come on now. I don't think anybody regular life is gonna be doing all that extra stuff. And if so, she can have you, because I'm not fucking with nobody and their crazy ass ex. Nope. That's too dangerous.
And it may not even be a crazy ex, though. It may be okay. How often do sometimes girls get friend zoned, or they sit and they lie in the corner and they waiting, and it's like right when they think they're about to shoot they shot, because the old boy never seen them like that. But then they're moving on, and let's say they didn't got with you or somebody else, they're still lying in wait, and in the back of their head, there are just some of them out there. They over there plotting. Women are plotters. I don't care what you say, G. As a woman, I can admit that we are plotters. Yep. Yes, I am putting it out there. We are plotters. Sometimes.
All of y'all are like in agreement with this. Shay, even you agree with that? That women plot that hard?
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What?
I
don't think I've ever, like, I've thought about, because my thoughts can go there, but I've never put into action any of my crazy thoughts like that.
Because you're rational. Every woman is not rational.
I'm not. I'm irrational, actually.
No, your line of rationality hits in when you like, oh no, that's taking it too far. That's like, okay, I'm finna sit up here, make a fake account, and I'm finna stalk him, and I'm finna watch him, I'm finna track his movements. You got a line that you will not cross. Every woman necessarily does not have that. They will plot, plan, and execute to try to get what they want. And at the end of the day, they still may not even get the man.
I don't know why I'm acting like I'm not crazy, because I'm crazy. I definitely stalk on the Snapchat. Definitely looked up like court cases to see if there's anything in the court system. I've definitely done that. So, you know what?
Yeah, I think we all have. I mean, I've done a little digging.
Wait, Bria, what's the face? Bria, have you done that? Is that face like, nah, bitch, we don't all do that?
No, I mean, I don't do that with like romantic interests, but like sometimes if I'm curious, I'll look up random people and be like, do you have anything? Do I have anything?
That's a little crazier right there. Romantic interest, at least you got some investment in this. We're just over there Googling people.
Amen.
I like
So
to know
no-
who I'm dealing with. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So now I have a question though,
Yeah.
Bria. You said you wouldn't do it for romantic interest. With the world of technology that we have now, you trying to tell me that you never went back through timelines, Facebook, and trying to see who they're friends with and try to draw that what is it, the sixth
Bio.
degree of what is it, connection, whatever it is, you know what I'm trying to say. You never
This
went and did that before?
I mean, I've done like light Facebook and Instagram stalking, yes, but
Okay.
I've never like stalked people's families or looked up their court records for like romantic interests.
Oh no, court
So
record is a must. I'm
Why
sorry, I
is
need
G
to make
I
laughing
feel
sure.
like
so
I
hard?
feel triggered. I feel triggered because
Gee, I'm
I've
right there
definitely
with
done
you.
that.
Court records
You
are a
remember that
must.
one time that one dude went missing and I found out he went to jail, he went to prison, and then I saw all his aliases and I was like, "This is your name? Oh my God, what was his name?
I don't
Jesus,
remember
help
his name,
me."
and we're not going to call him out, even if you
It
remember his
was
name.
so no, it was an alias. It wasn't. We don't know what his name is. I don't care. But yeah, no, definitely done that for I feel like for random people, I wouldn't feel as motivated. For a romantic interest, if they really had me to the point where I'm like, now let me find out. Because the one thing I hate is looking stupid.
Hmm.
I hate that shit. So if a motherfucker really like playing with me and I think he trying to get one up on me, that's when I start to kind of be like, let me find out. I want to know for sure, for sure. But I don't know. Shit.
But I think that's
I
how
do
we
think
operate differently. Because I do it up
how.
front. Because you wait if you feel like they're playing with you. I'm going to. I ask the questions that I already know the answers to, and I want to make sure that your answers are matching up to the facts that I already have in front of me.
What if your facts are wrong? Because how are you looking up facts of a complete stranger?
court records.
Exactly.
Oh,
Let
true
me
shit.
tell you.
Why am I
Like, listen,
why am I acting like I'm not okay? Yes, you're right. I'm
19,
sorry.
1999 to do a background check.
Shit. No, for real.
So,
And they be giving a lot of information on that.
They really do.
so on the kind of a question for everybody, on the flip side of the do you like search for people, things like that, on the opposite aspect, how far like would you go to like find out if someone's cheating? Because
Ooh.
I've had friends that have like not friends, but like people I've known like create fake profiles and try to trap people and like try to catch them cheating.
Mm.
So
Ooh,
like there's two sides of crazy. Like so
Yeah,
how
yeah,
far would
yeah.
you go?
I
Oh
remember this
shit.
situation.
Okay. What was it?
We gonna call them out? We gonna call it out like that?
We
Oh,
can
oh.
call out the situation. We ain't gonna call out names.
Okay.
Wait, is it something I did or is it something y'all did?
No.
She
No to
takes
which
sip
one?
of wine.
It's story time. Shh.
Okay.
So someone we knew asked to use my profile picture to create a whole nother like dating app or like dating profile
Mm.
to basically match with the same person, talk to them as if they were me, and have this like see if they're gonna be like, no, I'm not interested anymore, or like I'm seeing somebody else. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Only for me and
Wait.
him to then meet face to face.
Oh, Shay, you devil, you. Wait a minute. It just got juicy, motherfuckers. Wait. Okay, first question. How
Yeah,
long were they talking? Like, what was their relationship status that she would be
brand
still
new.
looking for him on a dating app? Okay, like how brand new?
I want to say
Couple
like
weeks.
a couple weeks,
Yeah,
but like
but
Just talking for a couple weeks.
they had already been like intimate and everything already at
Okay.
that point.
Did they have do you know if they had a conversation in those fresh, I'm just meeting you off a dating app 2 weeks of exclusivity, or was that open still?
I think he was saying that he wasn't talking to anybody or that he was like going to be shutting down the dating app. And so she
Mm.
she and like I will give her full respect. Like she asked permission because she was like, "Hey guys, I really like him. How do I do this?" And of course, girls being girls, and we came together and
Oh,
we were like,
y'all helped her with this plan.
Told you
Y'all
we're
helped her.
plotters.
See,
I
that's what
told
they
you.
left out. They helped her with this plan. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You ended up meeting him,
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah.
Was that like a non-friendly meet or what? Like, why did you end up meeting him face to face?
So, so
Your wife's getting mad. What
eventually,
did you do, Shay?
I didn't do anything. So it was, I basically was like, hey, in any instances that we all would be together, we wouldn't. So eventually it got to the point where we were going to help them with the situation. And I looked at Bria and I was like, she needs to tell him who I am. I'm not sitting in this car, not looking at him so that he doesn't know about the situation because they were already like months into dating and he still had no idea who I was. So I was like, I'm actually a real person. He did not know
Right.
anything about it. So I was like, if I'm going to be face to face with him, he needs to know what happened. And
So you made
so,
her come out with it.
mhm,
How did he feel
yep.
about that?
It's still weird and awkward, and it's been years, but it's like I think they talked about it. She like confessed it, and then they kind of just moved on. And I mean, they're still together. They're still whatever, but um, yeah,
They're
yeah,
still together. Oh my God. I do want to tap in with the comments. Robert, I love your comment. He said it takes a village to catch a punk ass bitch. I'm just curious because it was so fresh. It was so fresh. And she was like, I want to find out now. And
it's
that's just,
PTSD.
I, how much of that do you feel like is enabling the PTSD?
A lot,
A
a
lot.
lot.
That's like my
Yeah,
that's my thing. I know Shelly's been stuck with her jaw dropped. Ramsey says Shelly's face, like she's been stuck with her jaw dropped. She don't know how to react. Shelly, what do you think about this story? How do you feel about her setting up this trap for him?
I'm all for it.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm all for
All right,
listen. All
shit.
right, because G, no, no. In all honesty, G, with my with Bartholomew, I was actually gonna have you do that
Fuck
at one
ass
point to try
motherfucker.
to set him
Oh, you
up.
know what? G
Right?
shit. And I did agree to for that motherfucker. I would. I was like, you want me to get on that date night? Tell him I'm gonna meet up with him at the Walmart and then slash his motherfucking tires, Shelly. I'll do it for Shelly. Of course I would. You're right. Why do
See?
I keep forgetting how I've engaged in the fuckery? I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't better than nobody else. I'm just a woman. Oh my God. Yeah, that would have been
But
a good plan, but it was for his demise. I was gonna fuck his shit up for real, for real.
no, I just needed confirmation on the things that we kind of already knew, but then common sense jumped in. And and I really firmly believe in this. If you got to do all that, it's not worth it. If I don't have
Oh
enough
shit.
faith in you or trust in you, you're not worth it. You're not making me feel secure within this relationship. You're not worth it because at the end of the day, I am worth it.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm curious to know how y'all feel about just the level of participation and like what levels these girls are doing at. There's Facebook pages. There's Facebook pages nationwide, maybe worldwide of is this your man or are we dating the same man, sis? And then it'll have the city. So in my research for this episode, I was looking it up. There's ones for like St. Augustine, Jacksonville, the whole lot of them. You
I
can
was
just
in the
pick random
Jacksonville one.
cities, join the group, and then you're just faced with all this shit. First of all, I wanted to join a group, and then I quickly texted Shelly and I was like, hey, are you already in one of these motherfuckers? Because the level of anxiety I had of just trying to do research for this episode was like, I don't even want to, I'm legally blind. I cannot see. Bria, do you feel like you would have severe anxiety to even join one of these crazy ass pages?
So I got to get it out of my head that I'm married.
Yes.
But
Well,
happily
you know what?
married.
Married couples can be on there too because
Absolutely.
who knows? There's been married couples that have been shouted out on there and people being like 20 comments down after the 10th girl done say, "Yeah, I know Bartholomew," and she's like, "That's my husband." Like the fuck? Like
What the
that's
fuck?
happened. But yeah, would you have anxiety to even join something like that?
No, because I'm nosy.
Fair.
So you would just jump
You'd
on it to
rather
just
just know the
watch it.
tea.
I just want to know that. I
Yeah.
just want to know the
See,
tea. I'm gonna.
I used to have a coworker that literally was like, "Hey Shay, are you on any of these Facebook things?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And
Mm.
she's like, "Oh yeah, you can see all of the
She's
tea
just
in
scrolling.
Jacksonville." And I'm like,
Oh my God.
"What?"
listen, it's funny because even though I don't live there anymore, best to believe I went because when she asked me, I had to go through all my groups. I said, "Hey, I've removed myself from all of those because I only got on there for
Because you
one
were in
particular
some.
person because I was in some, but I am still in like some like the messy groups for Duval, and they be posting some of those
Shelly.
things in there because I just be trying to figure out
Oh
what's
my
the real tea. I don't
God.
be in there looking for nobody, but it was the groups like, are we dating the same man? Is this your man? And I'm up here like, yo, this is like crazy. And then the rules that they have are beyond no screenshots. What do you mean no screenshots? If I'm trying to see whether or not this my man, if this is my girl, man, of
Mm.
course I'm gonna have to share it with her.
Stupid.
Um,
Oh
right,
my
the rules
God.
are really
I
dumb,
can't.
but I
I
really feel like
can't
a lot
even
of those people are
imagine.
miserable.
That's
I
what I'm
really
gonna like. It's I don't like it. It's so messy. It's so messy and it caused me so much anxiety. And y'all, if y'all ever try to go join, like fellas, you'll be denied access because you have a penis, which I'm sorry for that, but they're not gonna let you in there. But anyways, when you go to them, you can still see the rules. And like some of the rules are like you cannot screenshot any of this stuff. You cannot share any names to anything that you see. No men can know about anything posted in this group. And it's like you take a real like you're like, okay, like, yes, type
this
shit.
is
And it's
dumb.
crazy. You got to agree to all of that. And I'm like, I feel like at that moment, this is not for good. I feel like at that moment, it gets shisty.
Yes. Speaking of one group,
Mm.
okay, story time. There was one group that I was in, and a guy slipped in because the mods weren't doing their business. So they're like, a guy slipped in and he was letting the other guys know that they were on there. So they did like this humongous post about, we said no men allowed and no screenshots. And now we have all these guys telling, well, you know what? I
See,
shouldn't have been doing.
don't you think that would be a reality check of like, oh shit, what we're doing is actually not only like really fucking messy, but illegal. Like, is there not a switch in a woman's brain that's like, hey, maybe we just rather not?
But is it really illegal? Illegal in the sense of saying, this is who I'm dating, y'all. And then if I'm curious, and that's really how those posts go. This is my man. Do any of y'all know him? That's generally how the first line goes. This is my man. Do any of y'all know him? And then if the girls circulated and they pop in the group and they see it and they be like, oh yeah, that's such and such. And then they'll start posting pictures of them together. And then sometimes it's dead. Sounds like, nope, and then like after like a week, they're like, okay, good, he's all clean. And I'm like, so really
Oh
girls
my
are using
God.
it
But
to check whether or not their man is clean. But then once again, that goes down to, if I gotta check if whether or not you clean, why am I doing all this? Why are we together? Because that means that there's a bona fide trust issue either between us or within myself, which then goes into, I gotta do the work on myself.
I
Because
just
if you
don't,
think
I don't,
every man cheating, it's on you sometimes, sis.
those I feel like those pages would put you in a mindset where you would think every man is cheating. And okay, let's roles reverse. Say we were posted on a page like that. Say fellas started doing the same thing, which I'm sure there might be one-offs, but by and large it's women doing it. Shay, if you ain't never talked to this dude or it was a dude that you friend zone had a crush on you, right? And next thing you know, he posting about you because he's Delulu. He's like, I'm with Shay, can't nobody tell me nothing different. And you're like, no, that's not even me. Like, how would you feel if you were posted on something like that?
Think I would like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like at that point, it's just like, that's our business. And again, going back, if you feel like there's an issue between us, like, come to me. Let's talk about it. Yeah, that's leaving open. I can lie. I can not tell you the truth, but you're also putting all your eggs in one basket, hoping that all of these other men know me for somehow. But really, it's just Joe Schmo down the street who you should be worried about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That
it's
is
like not
facts.
on Facebook. So that's
That's that's very true. That is very true. I do want to tap in with the comments really quickly. How did human properly said, I like how we all think we worth it. What do we do to show that we're worth what we want? I don't know. I think that's a very individual question. I don't know how to fully
Very.
answer that for you. Ramsey said JR's worst nightmare. No screenshots because there have been multiple lawsuits. True. What's up, Bailey? Welcome in, baby. Welcome to Girls Night. It's a PJ party. Tap in. Ramsey said lawsuits usually are for defamation of character. Robert said, hi, Bailey. And JR said, y'all wouldn't know. Y'all would get demoted and not even know. I would, you know what? On that comment,
Mm.
Shelly, let me ask you, do you think if men started really engaging in something like that, gossiping about the women that they're talking to, which one do you think would be more effective as far as actually leaving that person alone? Like if a guy hears from other guys that they're all fucking with this shorty or they had a pass with this shorty versus a woman hearing about all these other women being with the dude that she's talking to, which one do you think would actually leave on a more consistent basis?
Mm. Neither. Neither.
Neither?
Because
I
JR hit
think the men, hands down, would actually be the ones that be like, nah, fuck this shit because of their
no,
pride and their ego.
JR hit the nail on the head. You would be demoted, meaning you will no longer. Come on, how often do we have girls that think they're girlfriends and then they've done that silent exit type deal? And but they already
Right.
over here with the next shorty. So they will
That's what I'm
eventually
saying. They would
leave,
leave. Yeah.
but it's eventually. And the same thing women do. If I see my man cheating, thank God that's not happening. But if my man is cheating on me and then I find out he's cheating on me, I got one or two options. Either I'm gonna do a slow exit or a hard pull out. What am I gonna do? And a lot of times
Hard
women are
pull
so
out.
afraid. Pull out game strong. No. Um
Hey. That's the right.
sometimes
Night with G podcast supports that message.
sometimes though as women we are so afraid of being alone that we don't do the hard pull out. We do the slow walk away, and we're doing the slow walk away because we're already setting up that next relationship.
A lot of these posts, they're not just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm talking to him too, girl." They're like, "Nah, I fucked your man," or "Nah, I was with Shorty the other night and she was slobbing my knob." In that case, when there is confirmation or even somewhat rhetoric of sexual activity, you think that the men would do a slow pull away? I feel like they would abruptly exit stage left, or they would just dog you out so fucking hard, like one last time, and then they would never talk to you again.
That's still in a that is still a form of almost like a slow pullout because they're like they've demoted you, and now and finna steal JR words, they you have been demoted to recreational use only. And a lot of women don't understand the difference between recreational use and being a real girlfriend, because so many men treat they recreational use, hey, I'm gonna come hit you up, we may eat, some meal, but I'm gonna get your cookies too. And then they don't
Mm-mm.
realize that there's a line between recreational use, thank you, JR, for the terminology, and being a true full blown girlfriend. So they have that natural confusion right there.
I get it. I do want to welcome in Culture Junkie. What's good? He said, why don't y'all look lovely? Thank you, thank you. Bailey said, I feel like at the end of the day, I got to protect my peace sometimes. If I'm at that point or having to post you to a Facebook group, I have probably already asked you up front. That's true. Robert said, nope, my pullout game is weak. Oh, Lord, Robert. We're going to pray for Robert and anybody else with a weak pullout game. Um, I don't, I don't know. Bria, what do you think? What's your opinion? Do you think men would be quicker to leave than women in those scenarios when they find out that their partner is stepping out on them on these pages?
Um, I think probably. I think they would be
Mm,
the person out, but not everybody is gonna react the same. So I guess it just depends on how invested he was in the relationship that he ended up cheating on. So because sometimes men will be like, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again," and they'll try to stay and
right.
all that stuff. But
That was a great impersonation, by the way.
Right. Loved it.
thank you. No, but I mean, like some men are like that. They're like, "Oh, baby, don't leave. I'll change," and then they don't. They still end up changing. But I guess it just depends on the guy. But I mean, from everything I've seen about people who have cheated, they're normally like really quick to just like exit stage left. I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're over it. I do think it's funny because oh, it's not funny. I kind of do feel sorry for some of the fellas there. Part of this is kind of like for me, like Bailey said, I would want to protect my peace. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I have decided to no longer go looking for shit. And then if I notice and I'm getting that feeling of like I need to look for shit and a conversation with him doesn't solve that, then I need to probably just exit stage left because at that point I think you already know what's going on. But a lot of these guys who feel that they're innocent or they're tired of all of their private information because most of these women are doing it like from the moment they match with them on a dating site, which I think is crazy and a huge invasion of privacy. Like, breathe, baby. Just breathe. So there's Reddit forums and there's online groups of men who literally have all of these like tips and tricks for other men to join their group, and they have told them the way to infiltrate these Facebook groups, all right, so that they could just report and get these pages taken down. And they are so funny. Like when I found their page, it was really like they were actually really positive. It wasn't women bashing. I thought it was going to be women bashing, but most of their conversation really was like, this is a huge invasion of privacy. Some men getting so harassed to the point where they've lost their jobs because their office is getting called nonstop. Like, could you imagine? Especially if it wasn't what this person is painting it out to be. And I think a lot of people are just guilty of being in the Delulu land. Bria, if you find out one of your exes, even if it was valid and you were playing both sides, talking to a couple biddies at the same time, if you were posting on something like that and you started getting harassed at your job, would you feel like that's fair karma for you to receive at that point?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I've been cheated on too, so that's a whole thing. I would have never gone to the point of blasting that person on social media or even putting our business out there to the point where that person would have been harassed at work. Like that kind of goes back to kind of circling back to what Shell said earlier. And I'm gonna mind my own business and keep because you don't know what other
Yeah.
people got going on. You don't know what they're going through. So absolutely, I wouldn't think that's fair at all. Like, just even if I did mess up, like that's on me. That's between me and you. That's not between me, you, and everybody else.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's
And
where
to
I
And
think
I,
a
push
I
lot of
feel that way
women,
too.
I think
I'm
that's
sorry,
where a
Shay,
lot
go
of
ahead.
women, oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, I think that's where a lot of women mess up. Um, you should have your core that you talk to, and that is it. But social media has ruined us, unfortunately, to where we feel like my business is your business and it's going to be everybody's business. And that's not the case. Because then you end up in the situations like G was just talking about. It is not fair karma just because I cheated on you for whatever reason. I'm not saying who's at fault, that then now I stand the possibility of losing my livelihood. There is nothing worth that at all. Unfortunately, we get butthurt very easily, and then we want to try to, I hate to say this, we destroy people. When our feelings
Mm.
are involved, women are ruthless and we will destroy someone at the end of the day. And that's really what this is. It is nothing but a group of women out there to destroy men when they sit there and they make it public. If I'm hurt, let me go cry on G's shoulder. Let me go talk to her. Let her tell me, all right, City Girls up 1,000 now. You didn't cry enough, you know, leave that shit alone and, keep it pushing. But for me to sit there and go post on Facebook, oh, this is what he did to me. Here the screenshots, here the other girl he messing with, then the girl getting harassed, the man losing his job. All for what purpose? All because you got cheated on? Is it really worth it? Like Shay said, it's not.
Nope.
Mm-mm. It's not. We do. Oh my God, I'm so high. I forgot we got another clip. Jr, can we roll the other clip? Did I give you another clip?
Are you that high?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't remember if I
Oh my
gave you a
God,
clip
I'm
or
trying
not.
to figure out.
Why JR doing that?
Yes. Yay, let's play it.
All right, you guys, this video is for my wife. I figured I'd tell her on here so that everybody knows so I don't have anything to hide. When I boarded my plane today, I sat in my seat a lady sat next to me. I sent you a text that said, I'm on the plane, I love you. And then I went right from texting you to texting another girl that said, hey, I'm on my plane, I love you. To which the lady next to me said that I should be ashamed of myself for telling my wife, who is stored as beautiful in my phone, that I boarded the plane and I love her. And then I pulled up another girl in my phone and said basically the same thing. And I had TikTok up before this, so she said she's got my TikTok handle and she's gonna put it out there. So I just wanted to tell you before she does. So if you could go down to the end of the hall and tell our daughter that I will no longer be texting her from the plane that I love her, because I can only love one girl at a time.
This is just one more example of how one woman's poor opinion of men can impact a good man.
Cut her.
Because that man
I
probably
want to react to it. What's her name? Emily.
Like
I want
I
to react to it. We can cut her, but
Like I
no,
said,
that was a perfect
mind
example.
your motherfucking business, and that will not
Tell 'em, Shelly.
happen.
Hell yeah, tell him, Shelly. She said, "Mind your motherfucking business." I can't. I just can't imagine experiencing something like that. Bailey said, "I really just don't understand retaliation after a breakup either way. Even if it's really bad, just leave the person personal own. There's no need to be childish and do all these things to try to ruin lives." Yeah, for sure, for sure. There was I went to one of the Reddit pages, and one of the comments that one of the guys left in there, I just thought it was interesting and a good read. He said, "I've been a victim of these groups simply because I wasn't interested in the person that I met. I was very respectful and nice, and then they made up lies about me so no woman would want to date me. These women are late 30s or 40s and have hit the wall. They are extremely jaded and toxic. I feel we're celebrating my 31st birthday. I feel offended. What does he mean? 30s, 40s, and we are jaded and toxic." When y'all have seen these pages, do you think it's more of like the older generation of women participating in it or younger?
Younger.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I was
definitely younger.
saying.
Because don't no real woman worth herself, first of all, gonna put her business out there to be embarrassed. Because it's embarrassing as hell.
I
Yeah.
feel like as millennials, we don't like the attention anyways.
Right. We like, what do
Yeah.
we say? Leave us the fuck alone.
Leave
I
us
also
the fuck
don't have the
alone.
time. I don't have the time to be dealing with stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know
for
anybody-
real.
I don't know anybody in their 30s that has that much time to just sit there and scroll and respond and harass and all of that stuff. Like, I got too much going on.
Yeah. No. And it makes it difficult even for the most I guess like professional cheaters out there. Because back in my day, you really had to be shitty at cheating, right? For the other shorty to find out about the other shorty, and then she might request to message you on Facebook or Instagram. But now it's just all out there. Like from the moment you even think about being attracted to a female and you swipe right on her online, there's a chance that she's posting you in this page. And at least what I've seen, the older women I've seen engage in it are more so like, it's almost like they have a true reason to, maybe, versus girls doing it just to be messy. Like I could see an older woman doing it because she's been with a dude for 2 years and she saw something and maybe she just needs to know for herself. But the younger generation, it's like the moment you like me, I need to know everything about you. Like that fucks up the game for a lot of fellas.
Gee, is that how you are?
What you mean?
Like as soon as you like somebody, you gotta know everything about them.
I don't know how to answer that question. Yeah, there's certain things that I avoid asking because I don't want to know. So no, I don't think so. I think I like to live at least in the beginning. There's certain things like you need to know, right? But if you know you're safe and you're kicking it and you're just chilling, you vibing with somebody, at least in the beginning, like let me like slowly get to know you. I don't need to know everything. Let's just have a good time. You know? I don't need to get that deep that soon. What about you, Bria? Do you feel like you need to know everything about someone like super quickly?
That's kind of why Shay and I have been together for so long.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like literally second date, we talked about life, we talked about kids, we talked about what we wanted in the future, what we wanted out of each other. Like we talked about everything that you could possibly imagine. And I think that's one of the reasons why our relationship has been so strong, is just the fact that we kind of got it out like got it all out in the very beginning. And so we kind of knew what to expect out of the other person. So she knew what I wanted for my future. I knew what she wanted for her future. And they aligned. And so we knew it was going to work. Because there's nothing worse than like being with somebody for talking to somebody, dating somebody for like 6 months to a year, and then turn around and find out they don't want kids and you want kids. And then you're like, well, damn, now I got to start over again.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. That is a very rare occurrence though that people take. That's like the no bullshit approach to dating. Like, hey, we trying to get something out of this shit for real, and I ain't wasting no time. I do want to tap into the comments really quickly. How did Human properly said, since I'm back, question for everybody here. On a scale from 1 to 10, how toxic are you? Oh my God. I want to make Shay answer this question first. While Shay's thinking about how toxic she may or may not be, Robert said like a 3, probably. I'm going to need Shelly to confirm that one. Culture Junkie said, I'm going to say a sophisticated 6. Really? JR said, I'm an 8. JR, I'm going to give you like a 15, my guy.
Okay,
You are
wait.
extremely toxic.
I have a question. Can we get a definition of toxic? Because people have different levels.
No.
There are levels to this.
Toxic is toxic. Toxic is toxic. If you
What is
just out here being like what's the little Looney Tune cartoon character he just spin around and shit. What's his name?
Taz.
Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, you just out here being a little Tasmanian devil and shit. No, that's toxic to me. Like you just causing ruckus for no reason. What you doing? That's toxic.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Playing games.
I just wanted to make sure.
Does everybody else agree with that, or did I just make an executive decision?
No, I agree.
Yep. Okay, cool. Okay. So because I think Shay is probably the least toxic on this panel tonight, Shay, what level of toxic are you?
Before or after marriage?
Before, after you've been delivered to marriage, a success. But shout out to y'all's marriage. How many years have y'all been married?
3.
3?
Oh shit.
But we've been together for 5.5.
Yeah.
Okay, shouts out. Congratulations. I love that. Love. Okay. Yeah, so back to the question. What toxic level are you?
So before marriage, before like dating, I would probably say I was probably like a 6 or a 7.
Shit.
Now I'm probably like a 2. I have all my own like shit that I deal with, but so does everybody. But yeah.
Okay. All right. You said 6.
Yeah.
6. All right, Bria. What toxic level are you?
Before marriage, a solid 9. A solid 9.
Oh, I can see that.
You knew me before marriage too.
Yeah, I did. You know what? True shit. You're right. Yeah. Definitely a 9 for sure.
After marriage, probably like a 3. Because I still have my moments. But
see. All right, so man, okay, the love, it changes. You ain't got to be toxic when you in love and shit. Shelly, what level of toxic are you?
First of all, I was shocked that you thought 3 was the least toxic.
No, I said Shay. Shay was the less toxic.
Shay, because now I'm questioning what you think about me.
Girl, you forget that we had a whole episode on here where you talked about bumping into your ex with your car, ma'am. Come on now. Let's be fucking for.
I had reasons.
Toxic is toxic, ma'am. You could have called a charge. You could have called a charge on that shit. That's toxic. You didn't have to run that man over. So I lightly pushed him with my car.
First of all, that is why I asked for a definition. Based on your definition, Taz is out here just causing havoc for no reasons. If there is a reason behind it, there is no toxicity involved. So with that being said, if we're having to include things for reasons while we met at the little cuckoo, I would say I'm about a solid 5, and I'm steadily going down as I'm getting older.
You think you're at a 5 right now?
Yeah, I think I'm at a 5 right now.
What was you like a year ago?
Why we gotta go
Bump
back to the
that. What was you
past?
like 2 years ago? Because when you met me, you were like, I'm not as crazy as I you. Y'all, she would be like so calm. She was like, if I do what I want to do. And I was like, you know what? Just be calm, baby. Good for you.
I swear she went there with that. No, like
Yes.
because I was too calm with it. I was probably at
She
a
was too
solid.
calm.
I was probably at a 10 plus when I was pushed to that point, but nobody would have never known.
Except the man that got ran over with the car. So yeah, he definitely knew the level. She said,
Allegedly.
except him and all the witnesses that saw this shit go down. Oh my god.
No
I'm
face,
trying
no
to think what
case.
level of toxic I am. I don't know. I don't know. I still think I'm pretty toxic, but I'm like internally toxic. Like I'll have a whole bitch fit in my brain, but then I'll be like, no, baby, I'm fine. And I'll be good. You know? That's my so I'm working on it. You know, I'm not saying it out loud. I'm able to censor that more and just like enjoy the moment a little bit better. So, you know, we getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah.
How difficult do you feel like it was to change from being that toxic? Because I feel like women, when we're toxic, it's like a whole different level of toxic. Dudes are like dumb toxic. Women are dangerous toxic.
Yeah.
So how hard was it, Bria, for you to kind of switch from extra toxic to a mild 3? That's crazy.
I don't think it was as hard as it seems like it would be.
Mm.
I think I was just tired of the life that I was living and the attitude that I had towards life, towards women, towards everybody, that
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's it. I'm done. I want to settle down. And I think that's why it helped out when I met her, that we were like, all right, this is what I want out of life. This is this, and this. If you're not on board, let's move on.
Yeah. No,
I was
I
I was
get
ready
that.
to drop the toxic, but
Mm.
it's easier when you have help.
Yeah. No, for real. I don't know. I keep thinking about that age response on that Reddit page of him accusing the 30s and 40s being bitter and old of doing it compared to the younger women. And I really just think that this is a younger woman movement, and any older women just get sucked into it because we like drama sometimes. That being said, Shay, what's your advice for women who are very active on these pages with all of their romantic prospects?
Trust the process and not the process of social media. Like, just it's there, it's a good tool to use, but it's gonna cause more drama for all parties involved. And if that's what you want, who am I to judge you? Go do
Mhm.
your thing, you do you, but you got to think outside of yourself, and like how is it going to affect everybody. So like, just get to know the person, and like Shell said, if you're already having those reservations, it's no, don't hang around, like go on to the next one. There's
Mhm.
someone better out there for you.
Mhm. I agree. Bria, what do you feel like your lasting thoughts on this new craze on social media is?
I find it hilarious, but I
Mhm.
also find it a little like intrusive. So
Mhm.
like that's the problem. That's the three toxicity in me. That's like, this is funny, this is hilarious. I'm gonna enjoy watching.
Mhm.
Then that other part of me, that other 60% of me that's not toxic, it's like, this is probably not good. You know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, how many of you
I
go
can.
for a part two on those videos? Like, to
Oh,
see
all the time.
if they've been like, did you catch
All
up
the
in part
time,
two?
because I'm like, what's she gonna do? But I ain't never
Yep.
seen, and that's the crazy part, because I've never seen the woman actually leave. I've seen, matter of fact, when I was scrolling doing research on this, I seen this girl who started out being like, I just found out on the weekend of my birthday that he was fucking around with this female, and I can't believe it. And she came to TikTok to vent, right? And then after the details and people being messy and nosy, because the story itself and her crying on camera just wasn't enough for social media. They had to go digging to try to figure out, okay, which dude was she talking to? Which dude did her that way? And then she literally made a post, maybe like a couple hours later, crying, boohoo crying. That was like, I get it. I've gotten all the messages. I know he's been talking to all y'all. I can't take no more, because all these women in droves were coming and like, me too. And me too, girl. You talking about so and so? And she was like, please stop. Jesus. But she also put that out there for people to comment on. And it's kind of like Bailey said, protect your peace. Shelly, what do you feel about that when all of these women are just bombarding you? Do you feel like that's kind of the karma that she gets for putting it out there?
A little bit, a little bit. But then I'm going to say that people got to remember misery love company. And you, unless you're sending screenshots, and screenshots can be duped, I found that out. There's really no way of proving anything. I mean, I hate to say this, ladies, don't kill me if I say this, but unless I'm seeing the actual act sometimes, it is so hard to prove nowadays. You know how easy it is to change a phone number in a phone to make it look like somebody else's phone number and then
I'm
send
sorry.
screenshots? And it
If
is
somebody
crazy.
go through all that, I'm believing
Yes.
them. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm believing them. I'm believing them. If somebody
I'm
goes through all that, baby, you can have them. If you got to go Adobe PDF that number on your phone and send it to me because you love that man so much, baby, y'all go in peace. That's the wife for you right there, because I don't love you that much.
so y'all
I
so,
found
so
out you
y'all
fucking with
heard that.
somebody else, I'm gone. I ain't doing all that.
But you didn't find out though. You have somebody arbitrarily coming up to you like, "Hey, this is my man too, and look at all this and da da da." So you're just willing to give up all of your men, is what I'm hearing.
I've legitimately, the only time any women have come to me and been like, your man's doing this, he actually has. I've
Okay.
never encountered a situation where a woman's faked that stuff. Now, I have seen on like the Shade Room and stuff like that. Like, you remember that picture that went viral of, was it Travis Scott or Travis Scott lookalike? And they even came out with like, yeah, we was trying to prank y'all. And they
Oh
had real problems
yeah.
at home because of that shit. Like,
Yes.
celebrities like that and stuff, I could see that happening with, because they really are just trying to get the next headline. But as far as just like a regular Joe Schmo, if she telling me that shit again, all right, y'all need to figure that out. Go ahead. I'm not going to disbelieve it. But hey, I'm off it. Look, we need to start dating more like the old fashioned way, y'all. Cheat the old fashioned way. Yeah, it'll protect your peace of mind. Um,
No.
that's just that's my stance on it. What?
My stance, and this is my final thought, mind your fucking business. If everybody takes to that,
Amen.
half the stuff out there we wouldn't have to worry about. Just mind your business. If it's not
Facts.
directly affecting your money, your direct household, meaning your direct family, mind your business. Because you don't know what
Mm-hmm.
is happening next door.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And don't do all of that shit and stay. If you gonna be engaged in the fuckery, you better leave now. You heard it from me first, Life with G podcast. Y'all have anything left to say to the people before we sign off from this birthday special edition live?
Happy birthday,
Everybody
G.
good? Thank
Happy
you. Happy birthday.
birthday.
Shouts out to the ladies in their 30s, the dirty 30s. You better give me the beeper, JR. It's the dirty 30s. I better hear that on the playback. All right,
Nope.
y'all. As always, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for coming in to another episode of Life with G podcast. Huge shout out to Shelly, Bria, and Shay for joining on tonight's live with me. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Thank you for coming through, commenting. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We still have that 250 subscriber goal. Besos, blessings. And if anybody tells you that you can't, yes, the fuck you can.